Hello. So, this is the first time that I am going live on YouTube. Yay! So, I have been live before on Facebook, on my Facebook page, a bunch of times. So I'm just going to adjust this screen a little bit. Let's see if I can do that. Hold on one second. This a bit bigger. Let's go over here so I don't look totally cross-eyed. There we go. Trying. All right. So, hi, for anybody who doesn't know me, my name is Sheila Bicknell. I am BlueWater Oracle on all of my social media. I am most active on my Facebook page, BlueWater Oracle. And of course, I also have this YouTube channel, which, as you can tell, I'm not super active on. But I thought I would come on and do some readings and say hi and play with this different platform. So if this is something that appeals to you, if you like it, if you like to get to know me, you're more than welcome to write a comment and touch base. You can also, of course, get in touch with me directly. My email is bluewater100@gmail.com, bluewateroracle.com as well, or on my Facebook page, Blue Water Oracle, where I am a lot of the time. So I am an intuitive, I am an oracle, I am a card reader, and I am based just outside of Montreal in Quebec, Canada, where we are entering just before summer season. So it's a wonderful time of year. We've had beautiful weather, lovely temperatures, and we also are having some nice rain today. So I've been out in the garden looking at the flowers, trying to plant some indigenous flowers native to our region, looking at the insects, all enjoying the happy bees and everything. But let's get into it. So, of course, because my YouTube channel is not very well known, there's nobody playing right now. So, guess what? That means I just hang out and do readings for you without you even knowing about it. So, I'll put it out into the energy because do I need to be with you when I do a reading? No, I do not. I can do them online, of course. And then sometimes I'm doing general readings. So I'm doing readings that bring insights to a group of people or to a people on my page, on my Facebook page, to my newsletter mailing list. Oh yeah, in the text of this, you can also sign up for my newsletter if you want to get to know events I do. So I do a lot of events online. And of course, we're opening back up to be doing everything in person as well, which is fabulous. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that over the summer season as well. If you would like my June reading, so I pulled a card, the Lightning Power card from the Earth Magic Oracle cards for the beginning part of June. Stormy weather, lots of power, lots of intense stuff hanging out there. But, we can weather through it. We can go through it. How do we do that? What is important? So you can find that on my Facebook page as well as on my website under the blog and posts area. If you would like to receive it by email, just send me a message and I'll be happy to email that off to you. Again, my email, bluewater100@gmail.com. For individual sessions, group sessions, to set up an event, if you have an organization and you want an intuitive to come in to either do team building or to work with clients or client celebration or for fundraising, get in touch. And it would be my honor and my privilege. So I'm a multi-deck reader. I read multiple decks all at one time. And so I pull intuitively from them to find what's the most important for the subject matter for my clients at the time. So at the moment on my desk, you can see some papers, of course, here, some books, my agenda, some other papers around as I'm still setting up a home office here and organizing stuff after a move a while ago. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Oracle card decks within reach, and I have 2 tarot decks as well. So I'm just going to shuffle the tarot because I read on them earlier and they're ready to be shuffled now. So what should we read for first? I think let's do some June energy. Let's do some energy as for us in the Northern Hemisphere, we are spring going into summer. For you in the Southern Hemisphere, of course, you are heading into your winter season. And for some places, you've already done those changes because you do it by date and not by planetary alignment. So we still follow solstice and equinox here, which I love in Canada. So we will be changing on summer equinox. We change into the summer season. But for some people, they do it on the first of the month. So we've got the Lightning Power card from the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen Farmer as a general card that I pulled and did a reading for. But let's look today. It's June 7th. What's going on? There's a lot of things, of course, happening in the world. We have war in some areas, poverty, there are floods, there are fires in some areas, there's drought, of course, that's been going on in certain areas for a long time. Then there's, people stuff. In our southern neighbors, the United States of America is in a lot of challenge with mass shootings, and there's a lot of poverty around the world. And of course, the environment is needing our help. So, not much going on. So, what can we do? Let us look at some cards and get some insights. All right. And if you like this, if you're hanging out with me at some point or watching it later, just give me a thumbs up. Let me know if it seems appealing, if you like the way that I read. Every reader's different. It's all unique. So you just, get to know me. And hopefully there's some insights that will come to you as well. As I said, this is my first time on YouTube doing a live. So, just learning because never done this before in here. So this is the Gilded Tarot, and this is the deck that wants to start us off for today. So as I said, it is just after 5 p.m. my time, Eastern Daylight Time, on the 7th of June in 2022. So general message for right now. Lots going on in the world, personal, individual, worldwide stuff. So let's see what wants to come through. As I mentioned, the Lightning Power card was one card that came up in a reading I did recently. So let's do, we got the Lovers. We've got the Lovers. So now some of you, of course, will be really familiar with tarot, with oracle and reading cards. I read tarot intuitively as well as what is symbolically on the card, as I do with all cards. So when I look at this and I think about the energy, I think about, wow, lots of passions going on, but also lots of conflicting ways of approaching things. So in this version of the Lovers, you've got an old time, the Gilded Tarot has a lot of sort of soldiers, sort of historical references, shiny and gold as well. So we've got sort of an older style soldier here in the water. And of course, gorgeous woman here in not much clothing. And he is holding her. Now, is she in a moment of passion? Is she in a moment of resistance? Is she trying to get away? They are both in water. But there's also a lot of sparkles around. So when I read this about energy in June, energy about what is happening, what's going on right now, what I want to look at is that there's some conflicting methods of dealing with passions. There's some conflicting methods of how we approach each other, how people are feeling controlled, wanting to control. So there's a lot that can be working really well, but if we're not seeing eye to eye, as these two are not, if we are not allowing each other to hold and be supported and be guided together forward, maybe listening, maybe not holding too tight, then perhaps we're missing some of the boat, literally. Right? They're also in the water. So we've got some beautiful dolphins in the background. So we know there's hope. We know there's guidance, there's wisdom present. But for these two, is it a moment of fantastic joy, or is it something that comes with deeper messages, deeper feelings, aspects that are not so easy and not so supportive for them? They're in a lot of water. So I would want to ask too, what are the emotions that are present for each of the individuals that are affecting their daily journey, their daily choices, their daily communications that perhaps they are not seeing? They are not allowing themselves to feel, to work with, to be present in their journey. So how is that restricting them? Is it allowing them to be good together and good towards others? Or are they pushing something down that needs to come up as a passion, as a power, right? Remember, we've got that Lightning Power card. Maybe they're not using it well. There's a lot of stuff going on there, possibly. Just going to move a paper on my desk. Just a second. All right. So that's one card. So now let's shift over. We're going to continue this. And we'll stay on for a little bit and then I'll head off and, it'll stay here for you to look at. So if we think about lightning power, then we've got the lovers from the Gilded Tarot, Ciro Marchetti. I'm going to go to the Gateway Oracle next. I have my own membership group called the Oracle Cove, which runs on Facebook. And last week we were in the fog. We got a card called the fog. And this week we are hearing messages from spirit. So it gives us sort of clarity. It gives us some methods of looking at how do we communicate with divine? What does spirit mean to us? So for us, it's a little easier. Our group, we're kind of hopefully coming out of some of the fog, although we're still aware that it can be present and we have to work through it. We can't avoid it. And so what else is happening right here? June energy at this point, opening to love. So we got the lovers and we get opening to love. I love it. Okay. I love it. So opening to love is a card from the Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn. And I'm not sure if this is backwards or frontwards. So you can tell me if it's backwards or frontwards, because first I'm doing this on YouTube, so I'm not sure. Let me know. And the affirmation on this card is my heart is open. So we see this sort of Nordic looking boat in choppy water, but not too stormy, thankfully. Lots of flowers in it. There's a flag at the front with hearts on it, and we've got a flaming heart in here. So opening to love, but this is again a power. So we have that lightning power card. That's a general reading for what I pulled. We've got the lovers, but is it a bit of a power play going on here? Feels like it. So there's love, but there's deep emotions, but there's also a power play, people not seeing eye to eye. And then we get the open to love. So when you're looking at anything this month, when you're looking at anything this week, going through your day, how does it relate to how you are open to love? How are you communicating with other people? How are you utilizing energy and utilizing power? Really important, because if you are using the flame in passionate, purposeful methodology, it is helpful, it is valuable. If you are utilizing the flame to burn through things, short term, yeah, it might be valuable, might help you. Long term, not so much. Burn through people, not good for them, not good for you, even if you think it's good for you in the moment. So how can you utilize, how can you ignite and open the versions of love? And for somebody who might see this or might, cross by this little part of it, why are you not open to love? Where does that big restriction come from? So this is an open, moving forward card. But in this one, we've got resistance. We've got being bound. We've got being held down, being pulled down, perhaps, even pulled down under the water, because love is powerful. It can be wonderful, but if it is a version of love that is not supportive, that is not with compassion, that is not with caring for another person, if it's a distorted version, it can be overpowering and even hurtful and dangerous. So when you think about love for you, is your heart open? Are you open to the concept of love? And I don't just mean a personal relationship. I don't just mean a connection with another human in the sense of a romantic love or a partnership, but love in a strategy, a way of approaching life, a way of approaching other people, a way of approaching yourself, a way of being present and being in balance and being in communication with oneself as well as with the world, universe, spirit, however you see all of that. So are you open to love? Is your heart open? These are important things for at least one person out there to reflect on. And I think it's a great thing for most of us to be checking in, because perhaps it is easy and open and flowing. But for other people, there are going to be reasons, there are going to be things in their history, things in their journey, conscious or not, that create that resistance, so that either the fire is burning things for them or binding things, or just not allowing that sort of flower journey, that flowing journey, that ignition of the opening to what love represents. and what love can be as a tool, as a utility for each of us as we maneuver through this life. So I love that. I love that message for today, June 7th. As this is my first video, I am going to stop there, and you can let me know if you have a chance to watch it, how it is. Get to know me. I would love to get to know you. So I look forward to seeing you for another time of doing a live session here on BlueWater Oracle. My name is Sheila Bicknell, and again, I'm BlueWater Oracle based just outside of Montreal in Quebec, Canada. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and I hope that your heart is open and that you can utilize the energy and the power in beautiful, amazing ways for yourself, for others, and for the world. Until next time, ciao.